Hi everyone, this is Dan again, and I'm doing a PSA reveal video. This was the $15 vintage special. Grades were basically what I expected. A couple a little bit lower and a couple that were a bit higher. First one was a Johnny Bench. 5 on that one. Decent looking 5. Next one is one of the ones I thought was a little bit lower. This was decent. This is a Joe Montana. Gave me a 6 for that. Got a few of these. It's a nice card. Certainly an underappreciated card given the values of Burrow and Herbert and guys like that. I have so many of this card. Big fan of Frank Robinson, and whenever I see one of these raw, looks in decent condition, even if it's off center, I'll get it. The best negotiating tool for vintage is, oh, that looks off center, because no one wants off center cards, and this card's pretty notoriously off center, but decently crisp corners and stuff. So add that one to the collection. One of these days I'll get a reasonably well centered one. Walter Payton, another card that I really like normally. It's a little bit lower than I had thought, but yeah, that's pretty off center, and a couple of especially the upper right hand corner is pretty chewed up there. Next up, Armin Killebrew. And a 4, again, a bit off centered, but kind of nice color on this. It's a cool looking card. It's a big fan of Hammer and Harmon. And this card was actually one of the better graded cards. I actually had this in a BBG slab, and it was an 8, and I cracked it and came out as an 8, which was pretty good to actually see that, which is understandable. I mean, that's a nice crisp looking 72 card. Carlton Fisk. You also get, at no extra charge, you get Cecil Cooper on there, who had a good career also. So glad to get that one. This is another Frank Robinson, pretty off-centered. It's only a 4, which seems reasonable. Again, these normally wouldn't send these in, but for $15 each, decided to do it. Roberto Clemente. Realize I have virtually no Roberto Clemente cards. I want to get that 72 card. I really like the 1972 card. His cards have certainly gone up a lot in value over the last few years, but that's his last card. Quite a guy. This last one was probably the biggest surprise, and actually kind of helped the whole order. I just kind of threw this in as almost as a throw, and wasn't even expecting to throw this in. I have the Donners in the top, so I wanted a 9 of this one. I was hoping to get a 9, and actually got the 10 on it. So I don't know if that's overgraded a bit. I'd say the card looks yellowed a little bit, but doesn't look super sharp. But getting the 10 is good. It probably might land. Usually don't sell cards very often, but this one's really like $400 or $500. I would probably consider selling it. And they were pretty good too. A couple of those cards, like the Frank Robinson, it's a few $100, certainly probably over they had the $199 limit. And even the Fisk is probably not that much, for over $200. But you know, they didn't upcharge me on anything, didn't contact me, especially on the Gwyn. I said that was probably certainly the highest graded card, and probably the one that most surpassed that $199 limit, but they didn't, so that was kind of cool. And that's about it. Thanks all for watching. Have a good day.